Here on the pregame show, Jeff Bauer is the head coach of the Ankeny Hawks. Senior night tonight, Coach. Senior night is, having gone through it yourself, I've gone through it, it's emotional. How do you capture emotion, focus that emotion?
Hopefully, I mean, we have a lot of seniors that played a lot of games. Obviously, it'll be emotional pregame, but I think once we come in the locker room, I think we're going through like 50 minutes prior to, and then we'll have our last 20 minutes before we come in the locker room like normal. Mm-hmm. And all our seniors, obviously our team knows how big of a game this is for us. Is the situation we're in at 3 and 4. So,
talk about this group of seniors. You mentioned some have played a lot. I think of Evan Erlmeyer, Kenneth Voss, Andrew Haase. Those are 3 headline names. What are some names of guys that have been there for key support in the weight room, in the practice field, on the bus?
Yeah, well,
unless it is those 3 guys.
No, well, those guys, obviously, it's a special group of seniors, and it's hard to single any of them out. But, I mean, I can go through, there's a lot of guys that have been, the Manny Allens of the world that don't get a lot of pub for what he does and how he came in last year as a junior. And, the Romicks, the Rudders, who was hurt last year, and now he got concussed last week, so he won't be playing tonight. It's kind of sad that everything he's come through from his knee injury and coming back, that he doesn't get to play tonight. But hopefully there'll be more games down the road for him that he gets to still play his senior year in.
And you have to have guys that put in the work, that set the tone for younger classes. I mean, that's stereotype, but it is true.
Yeah, it's so true with this senior class, and that's we did something a little different this summer as far as bringing the freshmen up, and we had freshmen through 12 all summer together, because I wanted our freshmen to see the senior class, because they are such great leaders, great people, high character individuals, and you want your younger guys to see that and mimic that.
Sense of urgency tonight, is that the biggest headline for you?
Yeah, I mean, we all know there's urgency. I don't think we've put an undue stress on our guys. I mean, we keep telling our guys, you realize if the playoffs started today, all 8 of our first opponents would be in the playoffs. So we have played a playoff caliber team every week, and we have not been losing at halftime to any of them. We've been tied or ahead. It's a matter of us executing and just have fun with it tonight.
But they do play 4 quarters, and you have preached numerous times to me this year about you got to finish. You have to be able to take care of, erase mental mistakes. Easier said than done, but how do you do it?
Yeah, we keep working on it. We changed practice up a little bit, but I feel good. I mean, obviously, it's a cliche, yes, but when you play good teams every week, I mean, you can't stub your toe and go out there 2 series with 2 3-and-outs or have a turnover. These guys were playing, they're right there to take advantage of it. Obviously, I felt like, the teams we've played, when Centennial beat us, it was huge to them. I mean, they had a big celebration. When Johnson beat us, it was huge to them. Obviously, we knocked both those teams out of the playoffs last year. It was huge for them. Liberty last week, it was like they won state championship on the field. So we've taken everyone's best, and we're still standing. We still have a pulse, so we'll see what happens.
Valley is a team that looks like you. Looked like you last year. A little slower start in a couple spots, but they are in a position 6-1. A lot of good guys, a lot of talent in a lot of places. This is a good Valley team. What stands out to you about them?
Oh, their athletic ability is probably the best we've seen. They have playmakers, obviously, on the outside. They have, wide receivers, obviously, with Zay, but the running backs are good. They have juice. The secondary, lots of athletic ability, and they make plays back there. Defensive lines are big. So it's not an easy task. It's probably easily, you can argue this is the most talented team in the state.
Where do you see as keys for you then?
Just stay within ourselves, execute, do what we've been working on. We've had a good week of practice. So, we'll see where we end up at the end of the night tonight.
All right, that's Jeff Bauer. He's the head coach of the Ankeny Hawks. We'll talk to him at halftime. Our pregame show continues here on CISN.